YouTube. Today's topic. I talked about this maybe in the last year briefly. Somebody wanted me to talk about when you fail at something in life, or when life tells you that whatever you wanted to do, that's not going to happen. An example I think the person had mentioned was he or she wanted to join the military, and for some reason he or she wasn't able to. How do you adjust? That's what I want to talk about. When I brief at my current job once a month, I talk about your transition. I talk about leaving the military to go back to the civilian world. And I let these individuals know that have a solid plan A, but an even better plan B should you need to implement that. I remember one time somebody commented on that previous video that having a plan B is like setting yourself up for failure because you're not going to succeed, so you have to implement plan B. Maybe that's one way of seeing it, but that's not how I see it. I see it as sometimes there are things that happen to us or things that we do with consequences, and therefore guide our lives to go in a different way than we intended or than we wanted to go. For example, I'll give you an example. My goal was to do 20 years minimum in the Air Force, all of it active duty. But in 2005, the Air Force had other plans for my career where I had to leave active duty and go into the reserve. I didn't have to go into the reserve, but it was an option, so I did it. Again, my plan was to do 20 years active duty and retire. And in the end, I retired from the Air Force, but it was from the reserve side, meaning I'll get my pension down the road, not now. That's one example. Wherever you are in your life, whatever plans you have, succeed at making them possible. Do your part. Remember that sometimes life has a different plan for us, and if that's the case, what are you going to do? What's the best thing that you can do? Let's say that door has closed, whether it's education, whether it's work, whether it's the military, whether it's whatever. Let's say we know that that door has closed. Then the best thing that you can do is get closure and move forward. Don't be looking in that rear view mirror or behind us, because that's gone. Yesterday's gone. An hour ago is gone. The best thing you can do is get back up or pick yourself up, but move forward. And don't be thinking like what I used to do for maybe 1 month when I retired. What if I would have found another assignment and gotten promoted? That didn't happen. I would have gotten promoted, but first of all, I needed to find a job, and I didn't want to lose my ID card, my military ID card, when I was in that gray area without a job. So I decided to retire. And then about a month later, I realized I can't be thinking about that anymore. That's done. And it's a good thing. For me, I had fun while it lasted. My career lasted 21 and a half years. And I'm moving forward, and now it's been a year and a half since I retired. So you have to be aware of that. You have to remember that. It's not going to be easy sometimes, but you have to move in a different direction and also learn. Let's just say it's something that you did, and whether it's communication, whatever example, improve. So the next time you have something similar, maybe in a different area of your life, you can be a better, sharper person and learn from your past and learn from mistakes, whether it's your mistakes or watching other people's mistakes. Failure is a part of life sometimes. It's not like I plan to fail, but if you don't plan, most likely you will fail. I didn't come up with that. I heard that somewhere. But I also know how sweet life is professionally and personally, so I focus more on the positives, and that's just an outlook that I have of positivity. It's very important to me. Whatever I speak about, I truly believe. I tell my wife and I tell other people, I don't say something or I don't give a compliment just because I want to hear myself talk or I want to make them feel good. I say it because I mean it, or I don't say it at all. Wrapping up, move forward, learn, make yourself better, celebrate where you are, because in the end, life is short. Take care.